also going to have to undergo a psychological evaluation. Conducted in accordance with paragraph 2, and the evaluation does not indicate that the individual is psychologically unsuited to possess a firearm. The evaluation is to be conducted in compliance with such standards shall be established by the Attorney General. Again, the Attorney General is going to decide what standard is applicable for you to be acceptable mentally to possess a firearm. Let's not forget, guys, and this is an important point, let's not forget that they are going to determine psychologically if we're fit to own a firearm. But remember that there are medical publications out there by severely anti-gun groups who have put publications out who have said if you want to own, carry, or possess a firearm, that you're already mentally unstable. You could fail your psych eval simply by wanting to get licensed to own and possess a firearm. Now, the psychological evaluation does not just stop with you. As deemed necessary by the licensed psychologist involved, the evaluation includes a psychological evaluation of other members of the household in which the individual resides, and as part of the psychological evaluation, the licensed psychologist interview any spouse of the individual, any former spouse, I don't see how that could go wrong, and at least 2 other people who are a member of the family of or an associate of the individual to further determine the state of mind, mental, emotional, and relational stability of the individual in relation to firearms. So you're telling me, and I don't have ex-wives, I have one wife, and thank God I do, but you're telling me, those of you that have ex-wives and ex-husbands know exactly where I'm going with this. So you're telling me that the person that I chose to divorce, for whatever reason, one of us did something that the other one's pissed off about, and both of us probably separated and divorced in a really ticked off way. So now you're telling me to determine whether or not I'm fit to have a firearm, you're going to seek out that ex-spouse of mine and ask her if I'm psychologically fit to own a firearm? On top of that, that's bad enough. That's bad enough. And I should stop there because that is bad enough. What an overstep. But also, you want to talk to at least 2 other people? What other people? 2 other people that I know. Who? Members of the family or an associate? Denial of a license. The Attorney General shall deny such a license to any individual if the individual is prohibited from, if the individual has been hospitalized with a mental illness, disturbance, or diagnosis, including depression. I'm going to stop at depression real quick because I want to address a class of people that the anti-gun movement has always been after: military and law enforcement. There has never been any love between those groups. Defund the police. And they hate military. It's going to discourage any of them from seeking any help that they might have. What I mean by that is PTSD. What you're going to do is now you're going to discourage anyone from seeking any kind of treatment whatsoever that should be private and confidential. They're not going to seek that out anymore. You know what that's going to do? Suicide rate's going to go up. Because eventually that's going to bite somebody. Because you're going to have somebody out there who values the safety of their own family more than they value the right to do the right thing in terms of the federal government giving them this little license that now they're mandating. The next thing that they put in there is alcohol. They're saying that if you're addicted to a controlled substance or alcohol. Look, guys, I drink my beer. It's Friday night. I'm going to drink a couple beers tonight. You can look anywhere online and find that if you drink every week on Friday night or Saturday night, and if you drink, it can be 2 beers, it can be 3 beers. Now you are addicted to not a controlled substance, but to alcohol. So by their very definition, when they start asking you things in the psych eval, when they start asking you these simple questions, we're going to think that it's totally innocent. Do you drink alcohol? Yep, I do. How many beers a week do you drink? And I'm just speaking in terms of me. 3, 4, 5, let me just say 6 a week, because I might drink 3 on Friday and 3 on Saturday, or I might drink them all 3 on Saturday. Let me write that down there. Okay, Paul drinks 24 beers a month. Paul's an alcoholic. Paul can't get a license. It also says the Attorney General may deny such a license to an individual if they have a chronic mental illness or disturbance. Again, what a wide open net that you're casting right there. Nothing specific. If they deem it a disturbance, you ain't getting it. or a brain disease. You know what one of the #1 brain diseases out there is? Brain cancer. So you're telling me that if somebody gets brain cancer, now their guns have to be confiscated from them and they have to give their license up. Yes, that's what this is actually saying. Prior psychological treatment or evaluation of the individual indicated that the individual engaged in conduct that posed a danger to self or others. You better watch what you put on your Facebook post, because all that is going to be something that they can go out there and look at and may prevent you from owning a gun, buying a gun, owning ammunition, or ever having one and having all of them taken from you. Suspension of a license.